Sales interview form entry. In the agency news section, where you can specify the details, necessary notes, and important points of your meetings with your customers and design them according to yourself, you can find the sales activity form, sales activity list, sales company, activity subject and activity types modules that we have included in the system under the Marketing tab. In order to record an interview and create an interview form by recording the necessary information. As a first step, you need to add the interview type and title. For this step, after selecting activity types, you can select the Add tab from the transaction field in the upper left corner and add the type of interview you have determined in this field. For example, telephone conversation, office conversation, mail conversation. Then you need to log into the Activities Subject tab where you can determine the subjects or topics of these interviews and determine the interview subjects. For this step, as in the Activity Types tab, after selecting Add from the transaction field in the upper left corner, you can specify the subject headings for your sales negotiations. For example, price, container, voyage, cargo, and so on. After these two steps are completed, the company should be added to the system with the Sales Company tab, where you need to enter the information of the company you are negotiating with. The company information here is a field created only for use in sales negotiations. These companies should definitely not be considered as a current or work shipper, consign, notify companies. In order to add a company in the Sales Company field, after selecting New from the Transaction field at the top left, you will see the fields where you can enter all the information about a company. Here you can enter information such as company name, country information, city and address information, telephone, fax, office number, mobile number, email and web page that can be used for communication, as well as information such as tax office and tax number of the company, and if there are special notes you need to add for this company, you can take your notes in the note field as you wish. If you have all this information or have completed the entry of new data, you can save your new sales call to the system. When you select the Sales Activity Form tab, when you select the Add tab from the Transaction field in the upper left area of the screen where you can enter the information of the sales call form will appear. On this screen, you can select the date of the meeting, the company name you have previously defined, the subject of the meeting, the type of meeting, the name of the person you met with, and the place where the meeting took place. You can save the meeting notes of your sales meetings in the Meeting Note field, and if there are extra topics that you emphasized in the meeting and you want to save them separately, you can use the Extra Note field. There are no letter-word limitations in these fields, and you can determine the size of the writing fields yourself. Other fields: if this interview is conducted over a position, you can specify that this interview is about that position, or if you have an offer number, you can specify it in your interview form. If you need to specify a new interview or meeting date, you can specify this date in the Next Meeting Date field and inform about the outcome of this interview in the Conclusion field. For example, positive, pending, to be discussed again, to be offered, etc. To close this call form, click on the empty box area below and this call will be closed. You can save and use your new sales calls in your system by following these steps.